Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Psycho Time Reviews, Devil's Dare. This is an indie game by developer Secret Base, who are previously known for making Bitejacker. Pretty fun game. You can actually check it out on their website and play it straight in browser, so I would suggest you all give it a look. Now, this is a horror game, kind of in the style of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It has a lot of homages, it has a lot of really witty dialogue and humor, and just paying attention to the background of this game will reveal so many cool little tidbits just stored away for people to notice. Now, this game plays as a side-scrolling beat-em-up, kind of in the style of Streets of Rage or Golden Axe. I mean, the character Kingston here actually does have a golden axe, and they play through this game in a very different manner. Every character plays differently. Kingston is your close combat brawler character. Queenie is more of a magey kind of like tank. However, my personal favorites are Axel and the kiddo here. I'm going to play as him. So, Jackson, you are my favorite. Now, using Jackson to show off some abilities here, you can see that the combat is fairly simplistic, but it has a lot more going on than you would at first notice. The reason being is lots of the low-level enemies and the beginning enemies can be beaten with very simple combination of attacks. However, if you want to fight some of the bigger enemies, you're going to have to up your game. Now, these guys aren't too bad. But then you start getting into the bosses. And as you may notice, the bosses pay homage to a couple of our favorite characters. I mean, we got Jason Voorhees, we got the mad scientist from TMNT, and all of them require very skillful usage of your abilities and your attacks in order to win. Now, in order to learn this, the game does have a very nice tutorial. And the game will teach you everything you need to know, thanks to Ivan, who is totally not Navi colored red. Now, whenever you're going through these tutorials, one thing to keep in mind, what you earn in your tutorial does not go to your main character. But, every piece of gold you earn can be used to upgrade your character throughout the course of the game. And upgrades can be anything from ability upgrades, such as upgrading my bomb or my dash or my throw, to being more defensive, having more health, moving faster, making it so that when you run through enemies, you damage them. These are all useful because the game quickly ramps up in difficulty. And you're going to want to play dirty in this game. If you try to play this game fair and give this game an honest shot, this game will absolutely wreck you because it is meant to be catered towards the fans of the old school hard side scrollers. Now, does that mean the game is unfair? No. This game is completely beatable solo on basically any difficulty, gated only by your own skill. And I honestly enjoy that. The game will teach you how to play through trial and error. Past the tutorial, there is no hand-holding. This game will simply give you enemies, and you have to figure out how to deal with them. There are enemies that can only be hit by special attacks. There are enemies that can only be damaged after they've been hit by some kind of combo or finisher. And these enemies are what adds a lot of flavor to the game. Boss battles in particular are excellent, but I don't want to show any of those because I feel like they are where 99% of the flavor of this game comes from. I mean, the gameplay in general is great, but whenever you fight a boss and you're working out its weaknesses and how to fight it correctly, that is just where this game shines. So, I hope you all take a look at this game. It's been a really fun experience for me, and you can play it with up to 4 players, and if you're looking for a game that would just be fun to sit down and have a good experience with, go out and buy a couple of the USB SNES controllers and play this game. It works phenomenal with them. And honestly, it's one of those games that I would say has to be in your rotation for if you want to play a game with your friends. Because teamwork in this game is just so good. Now, you do share cash whenever you're playing this game, which may sound like a deal breaker. However, with multiple players, it also adds to this really nice feeling of you have to work with your friends to decide what needs to be gotten. Is it more important that Kingston's lightning does more damage, or perhaps, you know, Axel's grab or spin attack? You can decide whether you want Queenie to have the ability to throw out bombs that detonate on time, or maybe you just want the ability to damage people when you run past them, or move faster in general. And all these things are important that you kind of work out with your friends when you're playing as a group. So, I guess in summary I'd say, if you guys are looking for a really good retro side-scroller beat-em-up experience, go and check out this game. You will not be done wrong by the devs. They are absolutely amazing people and they have made a great game. If you go and look at their information on this game wasn't just them trying to make a game to make a game. This was a labor of love, and I feel like they did a great job here. So, now I'm not going to give you guys like a number review or anything else. I think the gameplay here speaks for itself. If you look at this and this is what you're looking for, if you want a game where you can run around looking in the background, finding homages, finding things like the TMNT characters, Jack and Rose from the Titanic, like holding on to a broken door frame, floating down a river, this is the game for you. If you're looking for something else, maybe this isn't the game for you. But I hope you all give it a try. So, this has been Psycho Time, and I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Catch you guys later.